Hey. And on KCA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, along with Donald Williamson. How you doing? Let me turn the microphone on for you. There, now try it.
It does help to have the microphone on, thank you.
Yeah, now try it.
Now say hi to all you listeners out there at Radio Land. Today I'm going to talk about several programs to hopefully save you money on your property taxes, or at least somebody will. There's lots of heat out there in case you're always inside.
But the microphone and the headphones again, because once I adjust them, they got adjusted back down again. So I missed that part of the introduction to the show. So you want to do the taxes first, and we'll go ahead and do taxes, and then we'll talk about what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You want me to talk about the All right. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the first one. There's two of them. The Disaster, Calamity, and Misfortune program. And remember, these are statewide programs. So it does, even though this radio station goes into about 4 different counties, it doesn't matter which county you're in.
Mm-hmm.
That the assessor of your county will have these forms on their website, or you can go in and get them. And the first one, because it's hot out there, and if there's smoke, there's fires, and wind. And you put all that together, and it can be brutal. But, and I hope you're indoors, staying
yeah, you got to stay indoors. I had a friend who was out in 29 Palms yesterday. I said, you got to come in out of the rain and then get out of the heat. It was like 114 out there.
Wow, that's pretty hot out there.
Okay. All right. Well, very good.
So if your home is totally destroyed or partially destroyed, this also would include a mobile home if it's on the property tax system.
Mm-hmm.
If it's built before 1980, that'll be on the DMV, so you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, you contact the assessor, we get this form, and remember that. Remember not to
forget. Remember, okay.
Yeah, remember not to forget.
It's a deep subject.
I know that whether this is a regional declared emergency or whether it's just a personal one, you may be the only person, particularly if it's around the 4th of July, you may be the only person that had your property destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas where we've had some serious, like LA County, some very serious disasters, including here in San Bernardino County. I was the assessor. Actually, we had more properties destroyed when I was the assessor than they did, but they had the greater value. The commercial and churches and all kinds of things up there that we didn't have. Ours was mostly homes. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so if your property has more than $10,000 damage, then you are able to get this form and fill it out and request a reassessment.
Awesome.
And the assessor, if your home burnt completely down, they'll take the structure value completely off the roll. And I would argue if they don't lower the land value, because they have an assessment for land and structure, and I would argue that. My son and I argue about it. He's with the Riverside County Assessor's Office.
All right. Well, thank you for those great tax tips, Don. Getting into the argument with your son, yeah, you're right. There's an arguable part of that. Definitely, there's an arguable part of that. Hey, we got our guests in studio today, Don. We got some stuff to talk about here. So, moving on from there, I thank you for your tax tips. We are going to have in the first part of our second part of our show, the Salvation Army with Major Adam Morales. And in studio, we also have a great friend here, and Carl Dameron, and another lovely lady. I can't see, but if the chair rolls, you can scoot that way. Hello. And welcome. We'll have you in just a few minutes after the commercial break. But you know what today is, Don?
It's National Broadcasters.
You cheated. I looked at my notes. But first of all, it's Jim Ryan, our general sales manager's 80th birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We took him out for lunch today, but it also, yes, you're right. It does happen to be National Broadcaster Day. I remember the first radio station I really became conscious of, about 7 years old, and I was in Oline, Iowa, as a radio station called KOEL. KOEL. And they played a whole big variety of it. My dad worked for an appliance store the first few months we lived in Iowa. It's called M&W Appliance, and he brought me home an AM transistor radio. And everybody had these little AM transistor radios, had a little big loop on it, and I hung it on my bike handlebars, and that was my car stereo on my bike as I rode it around the streets of Oline, Iowa. And that's where I got the radio bite. And these many years later, here I am.
How many transistors?
I don't know how many transistors or capacitors or whatever it had.
I remember 9.
9. Oh, good. Carl Dameron knows how many transistors are in a transistor radio. That's more knowledge than I have. And you know what? I still have that, though. I still have that transistor
I still got
radio.
one.
The very first radio I ever had myself. I was so proud of that, and it was so neat. Back in 1971, back in the day. But it is the national radio today. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk lately. There was another radio station in town, KCAL, that kind of scrubbed its on-air staff, and there's been some cutbacks here and radio stations being sold, a couple being turned off around the country. This is no more than what is usual. Radio stations change formats. Radio stations hire people, they fire people. They say, if you haven't been fired, you haven't worked in radio. And this is true, and let me tell you, I don't think that's indicative of radio in general, because radio is prospering. It still is prospering, even among these latest rounds of predictions about its demise, because we have people on Facebook, oh, radio's done, I don't listen to radio, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah. Then you start talking to them, and, oh, well, yeah, I do listen in my car. Well, what do you listen to? Well, I normally listen to this station or that station. I said, so you're listening to radio? Oh, yeah. But people also use their smartphones as their new AM or FM transistor radio. It's about the same size as my little AM transistor radio. And there's apps on there. You can listen online, and you can listen to KCAA by just typing in KCAA in the App Store. But there's so many very interesting things that I read from something from Radio Advertising Bureau. And that in-car listening, despite newer technologies evolving and options for car entertainment on the go, still prefer radio as their top in-car selection. Why? Easy. Easy to access it. They're familiar with the stations. No buffering. Easy access.
And I get it in my car.
You know, and one of the things I want to point out before I go any further is the love affair with radio. I talked warmly about my radio experience. Carl Dameron popped up over there, and he knew it, and you knew it, and a lot of people listen to radio because it is the great American love affair. Baseball, apple pie, and yes, radio. Radio's been there when people get delivered in the delivery room. It's sometimes there as they take their walk across the bridge into the other realm, heaven, whatever you believe in. I happen to believe in heaven. And so, radio's playing there. Or if you have an operation, I got wheeled into the operation room in January. I heard the radio as I got wheeled in there. I didn't hear much more after that. They put a little thing over my face and I was out. But 74% say that they've driven or ridden in a car in the past month and have tuned into AM, FM radio. Now, these are people like Nielsen, of course, is a very, very advanced polling company. Millions of dollars change hands based on what Nielsen says and who's listening.
The ratings.
Yes, absolutely. TV ratings and radio ratings. Also, you have Pew, you have Infinity, you have a whole bunch of polling companies that really, really, really are well admired, and they don't have anything in the game other than to give you information. Edison, Pew, Infinite, Xperi, all of them say that radio is increasing, more listenership, and as well as people listen to other media, they are still coupling it with radio, and they're still listening. 24% of people age 18 and above have ridden in a car in the past month, and they're listening to radio or CDs or their car stereo system, but they're always using CarPlay and also Android Auto, which means they're hooking up to radio. 55% of people 12 plus listen to online audio in their car through a cell phone. But the big majority of people, 74%, 18 and over, still listen to radio. So it's going well for radio. I hear some people, especially in the local area, because they're mourning the demise of KCAL, saying, "Oh, this is it. It's the end of radio. Radio's going away." No, it's not. No, it's not at all. So happy National Broadcasters Day. There ought to be a song. Eric, while we're doing this, can you make a song up for us?
Well, yeah, we'll work on something. Make a duet.
We'll work on it. And a big salute to my hometown radio station in Old Wine, Iowa, KOEL. And if you happen to hear this on our podcast or something, that would be great. And, of course, I can say those call letters because they're way far away from us anyway. I want to also congratulate our friend that was in the studio, Jamie Rios from San Bernardino High School. Do you remember him, Don?
No, I don't.
He was here last week, Jamie Rios, with Mr. and Mrs. Cardinal.
I just met.
Yeah. And Jamie just received an award from the San Bernardino Unified School District for being an outstanding educator. Oh. And it was a big award. It was presented in front of the Board of Education. And we want to congratulate Jamie. So congratulations, Jamie.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And then I want to make you aware, I always want to prop up things San Bernardino. And I will tell you right now, I have not gotten anything free, not even a free slice of pepperoni, nothing free for this, but I'm going to say it. There is a great pizza place at San Bernardino near Highland. It used to be an old Shakey's. Now it's called San Bernardino Pizza House, and they have free delivery, and they have really, really good prices. Have you eaten there with me, Don?
Did we?
Yeah, I think you did.
I think
we did right after the San Bernardino City Council meeting one night.
Yeah.
We all went over there and we had some pizza. Really good pizza, really flavorful, not too spicy, but they have appetizers, salad, pizza, and they're open every day of the week except Tuesday. And they open up at 11 a.m. And some days they close at 9 p.m. Some places they close at 10 p.m. And you can call them up, and they're at 2433 North Sierra Way. And their phone number is 909-886-8989. That's 909-886-8989. Tell them that this radio station, KCAA, sent you. They have free delivery, and you're not going to pay a fortune for these pizza. Hey, that's the pizza we ate the other day, by the way, Eric.
It was delicioso.
It was delicioso. So congratulations. They also have an arcade, and they call it the Fun Top Arcade. Hence the email that we were wondering about, Fun Top USA. That is they call their arcade the Fun Top. So
did you get a high score on any of the games over there?
I didn't play any of the games.
Oh man,
I was busy consuming pizza, but that's a good thing. We have a little bit of time left, Don, before we go into the break, and I kind of covered things. We're coming to the end of the summer. People are kind of winding down. I think we've had our last Redlands Bowl concert. It was a Philharmonic concert last week with fireworks. It was really good. Congratulations to the Redlands Bowl for another great season. We had also the Redlands Theater Festival, people wrapping up the end of July here, and I think they had one in the first part of August. Great season there, and lots of great summer theater and concert programs. We're going to get into fall now. It's coming. Gosh, do you realize that Christmas is just over 100 days away?
It'll be here before you know it.
Yes.
Don't say that.
And the bell ringers.
Yeah. And the bell ringers.
Well, I guess we are here to talk about that.
Which is the way I was bridging into that. After the break, we are going to have the Salvation Army and Major Adam Morales. Are you from Redlands?
Yes.
Redlands. Okay, I know exactly where you are. And we're going to have them at 3:30 after the break. And I'm going to also, maybe we'll bring Carl Dameron in here, and old hand at media and promotions. I mean that in a nice way. I mean experienced
Sure
old.
you do.
I mean experienced old. Experienced old.
You've only known me for 30 years.
And I believe your name is Christine Morales? Okay, Christine Morales will be here too, along with Major Adams. I've only known you for more years than I want to acknowledge there, huh? I keep telling people I'm 30 now. You just told me.
Well, we met when you were in utero.
Oh, is that what it was? You probably interviewed me. There you go. No, I just celebrated my 63rd birthday. I own it. I live with it. And, I'm still doing well. So I'm happy about that. The Salvation Army of San Bernardino County has a reputation for doing great work in the community. And so we feel very privileged to have them. And they're going to be talking about the new leadership change and taking it over. Major Adam Morales and Christine Morales, the Salvation Army of San Bernardino County, and they are, I believe, located in Redlands. So with no further ado, we're going to go into the break a little early today, so we have more time to speak with them. So with no further ado, Don Williamson.
Thanks for listening.
And I'm Mark Westwood. And we'll be right back with the Salvation Army people after this message.
Southern California's Inland Talk Express is KCAA.
This segment sponsored by Assured Shutters Inc. of Mentone. Tax refunds are right around the corner, and if you're expecting some money back, you might think about using some of those funds for a dramatic, impressive home improvement that adds a measurable investment to your home. Assured customers use words like beautiful, affordable, and practical. They're locally made, handcrafted, and custom designed. Assured Shutters Inc. can make your living space impressive and comfortable, adding the right amount of style, light, and privacy to your home. Money well spent. At Assured Shutters, there's no middleman. They offer a free, no-pressure in-home estimate. Save hundreds of dollars by going directly to AssuredShuttersInc.com or just Google Assured Shutters Inc. Serving Southern California for over 20 years. Their product is guaranteed for a decade. You can call 909-794-6008. That's 909-794-6008. Or catch them on their Facebook page, Assured Shutters Inc. of Mentone.
One of the best ways to build a healthier local economy is by shopping locally. Teamster Advantage is a shop local program started by Teamster Local 1932 that has brought together hundreds of locally owned businesses to provide discounts for residents who make shopping locally their priority. Everything from restaurants like Corky's to fun times at SB Raceway and much, much more. If you're not currently a Teamster and you want access to these local business discounts, contact Jennifer at 909-889-8377, extension 224. Give her a call. That number again is 909-889-8377, extension 224.
For several years, KCAA has been marketing the Youngevity brand of nutritional and personal care products. Our experience with Youngevity has been 100% positive, so we are pleased to recommend them to you. Regarding nutritional supplements, we recommend Pollen Burst in the berry flavor and Tangy Tangerine 2.0 in the tablet form. For regularity issues, we recommend 3-Day Cleanse, and for personal care, we recommend Morning Hydration Cream. You can shop online for Youngevity at www.kcaateam.com, or you can order by phone by calling 800-982-3197 and tell customer support that you are part of the KCAA team. Youngevity is an American company based in San Diego. Call Youngevity at 800-982-3197 and ask about monthly auto ship that allows you to buy Youngevity products at wholesale prices. That number again, 800-982-3197.
This segment sponsored by our radio listening post in Yucaipa, Yucaipa Farm Fresh Produce, where you can get healthy in the heart of Yucaipa. You'll find locally sourced fresh fruit, vegetables, farm eggs, honey, fresh bread, nuts, and for your sweet tooth, delicious ice cream and locally produced candy from licorice to chocolates, all to your heart's content. It's Yucaipa Farm Fresh Produce, just down the street from Toscano's Pizza between 13th and 14th on Yucaipa Boulevard. Open every day, weekdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on weekends to 5 p.m. For more info, you can call 909-790-6106. That's 909-790-6106. Shop local with Yucaipa Farm Fresh Produce. Tell them you heard it on this radio station and saw it on the DNA advertising screen inside the store. It's Yucaipa Farm Fresh Produce. This important time-sensitive message is brought to you by this station's generous sponsor, George Litchfield Associates, who has important Medicare information for all current and future Medicare recipients about some big changes happening. Medicare Clarified. Medicare is a nonprofit consumer service organization.
it's more important than ever to review your Medicare plan for 2025 from October 15th through December 7th. To find out if you're in the right plan for you, people are calling 951-769-0005. 951-769-0005. A popular and local Medicare plan is improving. Others are raising copays and adding deductibles. Biggest changes in the Medicare drug program in 15 years.
We thank George Litchfield and Litchfield Insurance for their generous support of this radio station. And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go?
Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
Come stop by Bear & Kona's Coffee Shop in San Bernardino. Open 6 days a week and closed on Sunday because even the best deserves a rest. Bear & Kona's Coffee Shop, 424 East Hospitality Lane in San Bernardino. They've got everything you need from their delectable coffee and teas that pair perfectly with their breakfast burritos to their savory and scrumptious sandwiches. And don't worry, they got something for us spice lovers. So make sure to stop by Bear & Kona's Coffee Shop in San Bernardino and tell them Family Street Food sent you.
Located in the heart of San Bernardino, California, the Teamsters Local 1932 Training Center is designed to train workers for high-demand, good-paying jobs in various industries throughout the Inland Empire. If you want a pathway to a high-paying job and the respect that comes with a union contract, visit 1932trainingcenter.org to enroll today. That's 1932trainingcenter.org.
KCAA.
10:50 a.m., 106.5 FM. And we're here. We're back with Donald Williamson and the Taxsaver and More radio show. I'm Mark Westwood, your co-host, and Donald Williamson. Hello, Donald.
Hi, Mark.
And we're back. The second half, I'm excited to talk about this. We're going to be talking about the Salvation Army and some things coming up and some projects coming up. And they're kind of new leadership here, about a year now. And they do so much in the community. There's so much more. You know the Salvation Army. Those are the people that you see sometimes ringing the bells out in front of retail establishments during Christmas and the holidays, trying to gather money up for the needy and for homeless and for feeding people. And that's really the core thing of the Salvation Army, based upon compassion, based upon God, and based upon a lot of things. Today in our studio, we have Majors Adam Morales and Christine Morales, husband and wife, and they became leaders about a year ago. They bring a lot of experience with them. They've been serving others. They have a strong commitment, and their previous assignment was serving as administrators at the Pasadena Adult Rehabilitation Center. So they've got a lot going on here, and we have a lot to talk about. But first of all, welcome. Hello, Major Adam.
Hello, how are you doing, Mark?
Pretty good. You're on.
Okay, thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
And hello, Major Christine.
Hello, great to be here today. Thank you for
and you're
inviting
both
us.
co-majors, or majors, you're both
Yes.
co-directors of the San Bernardino area Salvation Army.
Yes, that includes our church, our shelter for families, our sober living for 32 men, our homeless outreach, showers for the homeless that come to us, our food pantry, our utility assistance, our sending kids to our Salvation Army camp in Big Bear and in Malibu. So it's a lot of different things.
Right, right. And, you know, first of all, Salvation Army is God-based. It's based in Judeo-Christian values. And you're an evangelical part of the Universal Christian Church.
Yes, we're first and foremost, the Salvation Army is a church, and all the officers of the Salvation Army are ordained ministers through the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army is its own denomination, and it's comes out of the Methodist
group of
area.
churches, yeah.
And our closest neighbors would be the Nazarenes. We say if they would put on uniforms and have brass bands, they'd be Salvation Army too.
Well, I'm a musician, so I always like to have brass bands. But I play the saxophone, so I don't know if that qualifies as being in a brass band. They don't consider us woodwind players, maybe. I don't think so. But you're one of the largest charitable services and organizations in the world.
Yes, and we've been around for 161 years.
161 years as a whole, right? As the whole
Yes.
Salvation Army, which is a nationwide.
Worldwide, 136 countries.
I heard before the break you actually started in Britain?
The Salvation Army started in London, England, yes.
London, England, right. Now here you are serving San Bernardino, Redlands, Highland, Rialto, Loma Linda, Colton, Yucaipa, Calamasa, Bloomington, Mentone, Grand Terrace, Muscoy, and the mountain communities. Not a small area.
Right.
No, you didn't bite off more than you could chew there, right?
No, and we've been here since 1887.
1887, which, you know, if I remember my history right, is about the time the city of San Bernardino was incorporated, and then it was unincorporated, and then it got reincorporated again. That's about the time the city reincorporated again.
Yes.
So you've been around as long as the city of San Bernardino, its current city, is here. And so congratulations on that. And you serve a whole lot of people, right?
We do. We are busy all the time.
So I see some numbers here. Salvation Army has served over 30,000 people. 28,000, 28,000, over a little bit over, households, meals served. 116,450,000 groceries for 11,478 households. Utility assistance for 523 households. In other words, people get in trouble with their power bills, electric bills, their gas bills, their water bills. You help that. You assist with that. And over 2,000 individuals have access to daily showers.
Yes, I
Wow.
love our shower program. Homeless can come in and have a shower. We have all the toiletries from them. We have fresh changes of clothes for them, and a hot breakfast waiting for them, and easily eat foods and snacks to take with them when they leave.
And over 3,700 children have participated in educational and recreational programs through the Salvation Army.
Yes, we have family shelter, and so
Incredible numbers.
families can live there for up to 2 years, and with all their kids. And we were just there yesterday, and the liaison from the school district, I believe, was there to register several new children into their schools.
Wow, incredible what you're doing and great work. 247 individuals were rapidly rehoused through various deposit and rental assistance programs. So you found them housing.
Yes, we try to get people in time before they become homeless and able to help them find a new place, or we can get people directly off the street into, it's really not their own apartment because they're not ready for that if they're coming off the street, but into room and board situations in most cases.
And, you know, you have a food warehouse, you have a emergency shelter and transitional living for women and children.
Yes, and also a transitional living for men who have recently graduated the drug and alcohol program.
Yeah, I see it here, the Men's Transitional Living Center Annex, which is over off of Waterman Avenue, I think.
Yeah, it's on Doolittle.
Yeah, and I'm aware of that a little bit. It's so much you do. Those numbers are just incredible numbers, and yet so much more is needed. Isn't that right, Christine?
Yeah, it is. It is. There's always people, every day we see people that are in need and are just coming in and they just need a little hope. And that's the first step, walking in the door, and then we have people that can help them.
That's a big word, hope.
Yeah.
Just being there provides hope.
Yes, it does.
I don't know how many times when I was a kid, I used to work at my church at 5th and F Street in San Bernardino, St. Bernardine Church, And one of the things I did was I'd mow lawns and trim trees, and I was trimming trees out in front of the old St. Bernardine High School years ago. It was not too long it was going to be torn down, but they were still keeping up the grounds and everything. And so, I was working out there, and there were so many people that were coming by, and I was just a kid. I was 15 years old. Yeah, do you have help? Do I need help? They wanted me to get in touch with the Monsignor and stuff like that. Monsignor would do that, but the Monsignor Bradley was his name. He would say, there's a Salvation Army just down the street, and there was.
Yeah.
And he'd say, they're more equipped than I am to help you. And that's the thing. The Salvation Army is almost professional. They're the old hands at helping people.
Yeah, it's what we do. I think it's our act of worship to serve the community.
Right, and serve it well. You do. You do gather money at Christmas, but it's a year-round effort. But it's also a year-round effort because you have a major project that's coming up.
We do. I'll let my husband talk about that. He has all the information about that.
Yes, we have found ourselves kind of spread across San Bernardino and Redlands, and we need to put ourselves all on one campus. That would help us to manage better and to use our resources, funds better, if we're all in one place. And so we are currently in escrow for new property where we will build a new campus. So we are raising money for that. We want to also increase the size of our family shelter so we can...
Will you still leave the other campuses open still, or?
Probably not.
Probably not,
We
okay.
will probably need to sell them to help get us over that finish line of funding.
And so this new, describe this new campus. What's going to occur there? What are you going to do? What do you hope to do?
All right. Well, of course, it'll have a church. It'll have a warehouse. We also do emergency disaster services. So when there are wildfires around, we will often go and provide food for those who are displaced and also for the firefighters and those emergency workers. It'll probably have a gym that can be used for all sorts of things. With the heat today, we want a cooling station where people can just
definitely.
come and relax and be in a
Definitely.
cool environment.
Get some water.
We're right across from can't say that. We want to have activities for school children, or any children, yeah, they should be in school. And it'll have a new shelter, a new men's transitional living center.
Just a few years ago, I interviewed a lady that helps with homeless kids. And there's quite a few homeless kids in the Redlands Unified School District that I'm aware of.
Yes.
Over almost 3,000 now.
Wow.
And, they may not look like homeless people. They don't have tents on the street. They don't have a shopping cart full of stuff. They're couch surfing. They don't have their own
Right.
rooms.
Right.
They're going from house to house, and they're placed oftentimes in very delicate positions,
Right.
and maybe sometimes not good positions. And, we want to help them out, and the Salvation Army would be a good solution
Right.
for that. Also, the showers thing is so important.
Right.
Oh, I love the shower program. That just gives homeless people some dignity. They don't have to walk
You
around
just said the
looking
word I was thinking.
like they're homeless.
You said hope, and I like that word. You said hope, but then you also said dignity. And dignity is what so many people need. So many people need dignity. And that's what the Salvation Army is doing, is giving them the dignity to hold their heads up high, giving them the hope, and a clean shower, a warm meal, and some clean clothing and some clean socks helps in the interim. But then there's got to be mid-range solutions and long-range solutions. And you guys are in it for the long range.
Yeah.
We're in the long run here. Yeah, we've been here over 100 years. We continue to keep on going.
Proven success. So we're going to talk about in a minute how you can help, and maybe if you are feeling, you're driving down the road right now, we're talking with the Salvation Army, Majors Adam and Christine Morales, the new leaders of the regional Salvation Army effort here in the San Bernardino, the greater San Bernardino area, along with Donald Williamson, and I know he'll have a few questions too.
Lots of them.
Huh? Lots of them, huh? Well, I'm not holding you back, Donald.
Well, I was thinking if a person found themselves in need, is there a phone number they can call?
Yes, they can call our office right at 909-792-6868.
Right, and they have meals that are served on 11th Street in San Bernardino, and there's another number here.
There's another number also, 909-888-4880. Probably easy to remember. We provide a free meal at 4:30 every evening except for Saturday, and at our family shelter building on 925 West 10th Street.
West where?
10th
Street.
10th Street. So all those things you can find probably at a website. And a lot of people who are without homes or are challenged, most of them nowadays have a free phone from the government, sometimes referred to as an Obama phone. This isn't one, but it's not free either. But I'm just holding it up because it's a phone. But is there something, website or something they go to or have access?
Yes, it is salvationarmy.sanbernardino.org.
salvationarmy.sanbernardino.org. Very easy. You can Google it too.
Yes.
Googling is the best thing. It just provides you with a little hyperlink text usually, and you can click on that. You can find phone numbers. You can find out information. You can find out schedules. You can also find out about services you can go to, because we nourish not only food and the stomach, but we also nourish the heart and the brain and the soul. Right?
Absolutely.
Am I speaking your language here?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, very, very good. And Christine, do you have something you want to share with us?
Yeah, I was actually thinking just a story, without naming any names or anything. We had a family come in about a week ago for showers because they'd been displaced. Children in elementary school, and they'd been displaced. And she was just maybe without hope. We sometimes you just don't know what to do.
Beleaguered.
3 children.
3 children.
The word is downtrodden.
Yeah. And
maybe depressed too.
Yeah, and so we were able to, to help them out that day, and even gave all the kids new shoes. We had some new shoes that we could give to them. And but more importantly, we got them connected with our homeless outreach team, and eventually, they ended up being a part of our shelter. They were able to get into our shelter, and just to give people hope. And that's a story that I want to say happens every week.
Right.
Where people are at a loss. Very often we'll have gentlemen coming into our showers, and we can give them the opportunity to go into the adult rehabilitation center. They can get themselves clean, and it's a 6-month program, and where they get help, and that's the Salvation Army
Not
program.
like their body's clean, but maybe clean from drugs.
Clean from
or
drugs and
substance
alcohol.
abuse.
Yeah, clean from,
Substance
and
abuse.
that's a fresh start on life, right? When that happens, and so that happens all the time through our shower program, quite often. And so we have a lot of employees that care a lot, and our volunteers, they care a lot and try to give people the best help they can.
As a statistic here that I talk about this subject as often as I can, because there's such a big need, particularly in San Bernardino, also in Redlands. Redlands has a lot of homeless people. And that is just the simple fact that when people become homeless, whether it's a child or a senior citizen or a woman or a man, there's often what sets in here is a depression. It is some anxiety, and they're looking for some relief for that. And then they turn to alcohol, or they turn to another substance, and then that often becomes a quick relief. It feels good for a moment, so they keep doing it, and they're going back. Then all of a sudden, before you know it, they're addicted. And the average person, if they are on the street, doesn't last more than 5 years. It is a slow death sentence for people because of all this, because of the paranoia that sets in, because of all the needs that they have. So I am so glad the Salvation Army is here. And you can tell that story. And, Major Adam, you can tell that story too. And there's so much that you need to do. And, we have about 10 minutes. So let's talk about how people can help you. You help a lot of people. Let's talk about people how you. I've got this literature. You've got QR codes, 800 numbers, websites. Any way you could possibly do it, you do it. And
All right. Well, someone, I think, was it Eric out there, or someone mentioned that we're 100 days from Christmas, maybe 126.
126,
to be exact. And if you, so many children, we don't want them to have a sad Christmas. And so we have Christmas trees set up at the Walmarts. And they have names of actual children and what the actual children would like for Christmas. And so you can go into Walmart or any place else and buy toys for that child.
So you could just walk up to that tree in Walmart,
Grab a
Yes.
tag.
grab a tag,
Go
and
shopping.
that's what you're shopping.
Some
Yeah.
people like to pick out a Juan or a Mike, or some people want a 10-year-old boy or a 9-year-old girl,
And then what do
go
they-
shop for them.
Then you go shop for them, or maybe even buy a gift card. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can do
Mhm.
both.
And then where do they take these gift cards or presents?
Well, they can drop them off
Drop-
right at Walmart.
There's
they can drop
boxes right there
Yeah.
to drop them off at Walmart, and
Right.
we'll collect them, and we make sure that that child gets those toys that you purchased for that child.
Right.
And it should be unwrapped at the time, probably.
Yes.
Completely
Unwrapped.
unwrapped, because we have to make sure that it's all appropriate. You've
Yeah.
got the right age and the right gender.
Right.
So somebody has to do some gift wrapping somewhere.
The parents do.
Parents do.
Parents do.
Yeah.
They have to have an active part in it also.
There
But-
you go. There
But
you
one
go.
of the beauties of this program is we're giving that gift because it comes unwrapped. We're giving that gift to the parents to give to the child.
That's wonderful. That's
And
a beautiful story.
So that's all about dignity too. You know, where the parents don't have to be embarrassed that they don't have enough.
Kiwanis also used to help Santa Claus Incorporated.
Right?
And we
Great.
did that.
Great. Yep. Yep.
Yep, and there's lots of organizations. We just had Santa Claus Incorporated
Oh,
on
great.
last week.
Okay.
So there's a post office box, really easy. P.O.
Yes.
Box
Yep.
26 from Redlands, California, and 92373. If you can't remember that zip code, don't worry about it. They'll still get it to you. P.O. Box 26. That's the day after Christmas is the 26th, but we want it. We'll do it before Christmas. That's in Redlands, California, and you can send a check to them.
Yes. Of course, money is also good. That helps us keep the lights on and do all sorts of pay our own utilities. So we need that too. We need those general operating costs to be covered.
And there's a phone number you can call. 1-800-SAL-ARMY. Right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting this all right here.
you're
Okay, I'm trying my best here as I read through here. 1-800-SAL-ARMY, and that you can donate to that way. You can go to P.O. Box 26 and donate. You have clothes and appliances.
We don't have appliances anymore. They don't make appliances like they used to. You can't refurbish appliances anymore, so
Yeah.
we don't have appliances. Plenty of clothes.
Okay, so, but if they donate clothes and stuff like that, it should be
Yes.
lightly used clothes, not something that's ready for
Right.
the scrap bag.
Right. People may not know, but you know we have thrift stores, Salvation Army thrift stores, and the only reason that we have thrift stores is because the profits from the thrift stores, they fund our adult rehabilitation center so that men and women can go for help and stay at our center for 6 months at no cost at all.
So you want to build this new facility,
Yes.
and there's a cost, there's a price tag on that.
There is. We're looking at 30 to 40 million.
Oh, my word.
More than I get paid, for sure.
That's for sure. So it's going to take a while to build that. That's a
We're
long-range
looking
goal.
in the next 3 to 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll go fast once we get started.
People start donating and people start helping out.
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
People start becoming sensitized and aware of it,
Yes.
and that you want to do it. That's even a thing you want to do.
We've already done the studies, and it shows that the money is here and the people are willing to give it.
Oh, good. And over a number of years, you'll gather it together.
Absolutely.
And you can start in. You don't have to have it all together right at the beginning.
You don't.
Start in.
Even one of the great things, we have a program where if someone is going to, maybe you don't have any children and you have a house, don't know what to do with it, leave it to the Salvation Army, leave it to the San Bernardino Salvation Army for our new project. And we will get credit for that right away, even though you're still living with us for many, many years. Okay?
Yeah, and I know I kind of have the inside scoop, but I'm not going to say it on the air because you need to have some time to get it arranged. But that's going to be such a boom to that neighborhood.
Oh, yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about now when I think about it. And congratulations. I hope you can get that money together. And you're not just rebuilding something new. You're going to take something, recycle it, and make it good again.
Yes, we've already got the money to purchase the property, so the first step is going. We just now need to collect the money to build.
Yeah, well, very good.
And you all out there who I can't see, I know you can help us.
Yeah, and trust me on this. It's very, very much worth it. It will be a very good site for that. And, you might even be able to make some income
Oh, yeah.
off of it as well
Yeah.
as the site for your purposes, which is really, really smart. That's what the Native Sons do. The Native Sons of the Golden West, which I'm a member of, we have investments in properties that we collect rent from.
Yes.
And, that helps propagate what we're doing.
Yes, so if you're interested in any way of helping with that project, you have an extra $1 million laying around, maybe 10, some of you do, then give me a call and I will connect you with the right people who can set things up.
Take $100 and buy some scratchers or something. Probably. Don's thinking, yeah. Don loves
in my car.
scratchers. Don loves scratchers. So we've been talking with Major Adams and Major Christine Morales, the new leaders with big plans and big goals for the Salvation Army, a worldwide organization that helps people in need.
I do got a couple questions.
You do have a couple of questions. Okay.
Well, because I was thinking of the family that you helped, that you mentioned with 3 children, and I'm thinking, okay, do you help them get an education?
They will be enrolled in school. They were probably enrolled in school yesterday. Mhm.
And do you try to help them if the parents are able to maybe get a job?
Yes, they're
Yes.
required to get a job. If they're going to stay long-term with us, they have to get a job.
And then there may be some county programs that might be helpful to them.
Right.
Do you try to help them with that?
Yes. So every family that comes into our family shelter, they'll have a case manager assigned
You
to
can't
them.
necessarily
And they help
shelter
'em.
everything for them.
Yeah.
but-
No. But we can lead people to the right direction.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
And I'll say, I meet with the women there weekly, and it just gives them a safe place to land
Yeah.
until they can get their feet back on the
I've
ground.
seen
Because most of
people-
them can get their feet
I
back
have
on the
told
ground.
people to contact the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that, but that's more reason why you should help the Salvation Army. At Christmas time, put some money away. Make that trip to that bucket, and even if it's a check, you don't have to put coins in there. Put a check in there. Make it out to Salvation Army. P.O. Box 26. Make the check out to Salvation Army. Do a good tithe to this very worthwhile organization. 1-800-SAL-ARMY. 1-800-SAL-ARMY. There's a number of places. They have their location right now is on Alta Street in Redlands, over by Stater Brothers, and Ding Tea, I think it is something like that.
Yeah.
And Domino's, if that helps you out,
Yes,
you know where it is. Over by the University of Redlands, actually.
Yes.
You have a food warehouse on Norton Air Force Base where you gather food for distribution. And I don't know if people can visit that per se.
No, just bring it to us at
Just
our
bring it.
Alta Street.
Alta Street location. And then you also have your Hospitality House Emergency Shelter and Transitional Living, and that's on 10th Street in San Bernardino.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your Men's Transitional Living Center Annex, which is on Spruce Street in San Bernardino. So you're all over the place.
Yes.
And that's why you want to have this one main campus.
Right.
And, we'll have you back on. And I'm sure we'll make time for you and help you out with some public service
Well,
announcements.
coming back around to Thanksgiving.
And maybe we'll start Thanksgiving again. There you go.
One last thing I'd like to say is that if you want to help with our bell ringing, if you have a group of people or a couple of friends, you can volunteer at salvationarmyvolunteer.org. Okay?
SalvationArmyVolunteer.org, and that's for bell ringing and that sort of.
Yes, in San
stuff, 'cause
Bernardino.
You need those people
Yep,
too,
we do.
as well. And you stand there, you're doing good, it puts you in the Christmas spirit. If you know the tune, Jingle Bells.
Any tune will do, but call all your friends to put money in your bucket.
Look at there, he's putting money in somebody's pocket right now.
Don's
Don's always very
Anyone
generous.
listening can send in donations.
Don just handed a $100 bill over, I think.
That's
there.
right. That's right. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank you,
And that's
Don.
the start. And Don's always very generous. Don is a former tax assessor for San Bernardino County. So, he's got a lot of experience. Thank you, Major Adams.
Thank you, Mark.
Major
Thank you,
Christine.
Don.
Thank you, Major
Thank you to
Adams.
Carl
You're not
Dameron
the
over
Major
there.
Adams from the wagon train.
It's 106.5 FM. I'm Mark Westwood, along with Donald Williamson. And thank you to Eric Casario in the booth. We'll be back again next Thursday right here on the stations that leave no listener behind, KCAA.
KCAA Loma Linda is sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932.